Once again, the state has raised the tuition for private special education programs. In FY25, districts will be facing a 4.7% surge in payment for students requiring individualized education in out-of-district programs. For Needham, it means an additional $1.2 million in the district's operating budget, constituting 20% of the total expenditure increase. Having experienced a 14% spike last year, district leaders expressed frustration over the lack of communication from state decision makers. Municipal producer Yu Xiaoyuan reports.
Over the decades spanning from 2013 to 2023, the special education tuition increase rate hovered around 2%. However, over the past 2 years, the Operational Services Division, a body under the governor's office responsible for setting tuition for private special education providers, approved a combined 19% increase rate, a number Superintendent Dr. Dan Gutekunst and some school committee members described as unprecedented and unacceptable.
Everyone is struggling with finding hands-on and people to work in person with some of our most vulnerable, traumatized, and delicate children. So increases in tuition so they can meet those service needs is absolutely critical, crucial, and certainly has my support. But what's unprecedented, what is puzzling, is why such a huge spike so quickly with little or no explanation.
This is unacceptable. You can't just dump that amount of money on districts. And I look at us, and we're probably better able to cope with it than a lot of the districts in this Commonwealth. So I think that this has to be really a lot of pushback.
Currently, 80 students in the Needham Public Schools need to attend private day programs or residential programs. Gutekunst emphasized programs may request excessive increases beyond the granted rates.
And those increases could be, and actually for next year, are around 25%.
During the budget request discussion at the Finance Committee meeting on January 17th, Gutekunst shed light on the absence of negotiation in the tuition decision process.
For whatever reason, the state has decided to pick up the mantle of those programs and said they need a lot more money, they need it now, and it has to happen. And there's no negotiation, there's no conversation, it just happens.
Like you can't push back and say, show me what's behind that.
So this is the question that Ann and I have asked OSD. Can we be invited into a meeting to have just like we are invited into your meeting to have a conversation? And the answer is, well, we don't believe that. So everyone gets a flat increase regardless of the need.
The total school budget Gutekunst proposed to the school committee is approximately $98 million, reflecting a 6% increase over the current fiscal year. The school committee approved the proposal on January 23rd, which will be voted on alongside the town budget at the annual town meeting in May for appropriation. For the Needham Channel News, I'm Yu Xiaoyuan.